Hey, Rui, I believe you were 0 for 1 from 3 at halftime and then come out and have that third quarter, then get back in the fourth and kind of stay hot. How did that come about for you, and how does that feel for you, being able to have this kind of an impact in your first playoff game for the Lakers?
I've been watching film with Phil, Coach Phil. He always told me those going to be the practice shot for me, because the way that how they guard me is going to be like, they're gonna be in the paint. So I gotta be ready to shoot those type of shot. And then just the first half, I just didn't get as much. I didn't get as much ball, so that's why I couldn't really shoot that. But like the second half, we were in a good rhythm. Everybody was sharing the ball, and all those shots just came to me. So I just I was in the confidence to just shoot a shot.
You tie for the most points in a Laker playoff game off the bench ever with Michael Thompson, of course, doing the radio now for the Lakers. What was just the feedback initially from your teammates on the court in the locker room for this kind of contribution?
It's funny, just they since I got here, this team, they really believe in me, my shots and my defense side, like everything, what I do, and it just the before the game, the coaches, everybody, including Phil and like Braun and AD, like they gave me all the green lights, to shoot all those shots, because they told me I'm a good shooter, and so like I was in confident, I was very comfortable in shooting those three, so yeah.
Rui, you had your shot going, and then you have that dunk early in the fourth quarter. Is that even a play that you're attempting to make at the rim if you don't have the confidence of everything else flowing?
Yeah, I was making shots. I knew, Jaren Jackson, he's gonna try to block the shot, every shot. So I just pump fake, and then I just went to the rim, strong. It was funny, like just like yesterday or 2 days ago. The whole team, we got in not an argument, like in a conversation about my dunk package is kind of weak, so and I was showing all the my highlights on the YouTube, and they're like, no, they don't like that. So I told them, I said, look, like this series I'm gonna have one, so just watch, and it happened today. So they just told me, they say, yeah, they got I got one. So yeah, it's just the way they. With me, talking, like, just they told me to be more aggressive. They want me to be aggressive on the offense side, defense side, both sides. So yeah, that's what I did today. Yeah.
Hey, Rui, what was your reaction when you saw AD go into the locker room at halftime, and then what was your reaction when you found out he was coming back for the second half?
Oh yeah, that was tough. I remember he said he can't move the right arm or something. So I'm like, oh my God, it might be over. But in the halftime, everybody talk about next man up. We gotta be ready. It is what it is. And then I think the second half we started, and then AD was just dunking. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he was fine. Yeah, it's the playoff. It's more physical, and then they're not gonna call fouls that are usually called and stuff. So it's going to be, especially though they're a young team, so, they got to be physical, to play against us. That's the way, that's how they can win, if they can beat us, So we just got to be more, we got to set the, the tone, the same, same energy, much the same energy, and we just got to be more physical, yeah.
Rui, you mentioned that guys were kind of teasing you about your dunk package earlier this week. Who in particular?
It was AD, Austin, yeah, those two especially for sure. Yeah, they'll talk about my dunks, before like we literally talk about this whole week, this past week. So it was funny, yeah.
And just since you came here, you kind of mentioned about I know you've talked a lot about LeBron before, but him and AD telling you stuff, and I guess how much the way you view yourself as a basketball player, how has that changed since you've come here? Oh
yeah, it's amazing, I'm able to walk out with him, especially LeBron. I've been walking out with him, in the practice, the individual work. It's nobody can do that, in this world. Just few players can do that, end up on the same team and then, able to do like walk out with him, go through the workout with him, and he been teaching me a lot of stuff, and I can actually watch him, how he been doing and stuff, and like his skill set and everything. I can watch right next to him. So and I can actually work with him. So that's really helping me. And of course, AD too. He's a great defender, and he has a good post game. Skill. So I just watch him like all the time. In the film, in the practice, in the game. It's amazing. Yeah.
When coach tells you to be more aggressive, that's one thing to say that. Can you describe for you when you kind of start to feel and gain your confidence and how that progressed in this second half?
It just since I got here, that's how they've been. They want to be aggressive. It's just. It's hard to get in the rhythm. It was hard to get in the rhythm because we had a couple trade and somebody got injured and somebody was out, somebody was in, I was starting, I was come off the bench, It was hard for me to get in the rhythm. So of course I talked to the coaches. They talked to me about how they want me to be. When I get on the court. And they just told me they like how I play. They just want to be aggressive. That's one thing, and to bring the energy. Those are things like focus on. And today I think from both ends. I think. Came from the beginning. I think I had a good energy and throughout the whole game.
And lastly, a lot of people have said this is not your typical 2-7 seed. You guys won 10 of 12 going down the stretch. What's it mean for you guys to get this win and grab home court advantage in this series?
Oh yeah, we needed this one for sure. The first game is really important. I feel like this is my second time in the playoff, but those every game, every positions, it's matter. Especially in the win away. So if we can win these games, it's gonna be much easier for us to win those games next, when we get back to LA. So, we gotta celebrate, of course, this win maybe tonight, but from tomorrow we gotta switch to gear and everything, and then we gotta focus on the second game. Yeah.
Rui, I think it's about 7 a.m. in Japan right now. Just wondered how much of your circle is still there, and folks kind of waking up if they didn't wake up to watch the game and seeing you had 29 and your first Laker playoff game.
Yeah, they probably, they're hype about it. They watch it. A lot of people watch the games. Of course, my family watched the game, and I still haven't seen that message and stuff. But it's great. I wanna show what I can do. For my country. That's my country. I grew up there. I was born there. I miss there. So it's just a good way to show how much I can do here.
前回の試合の後にこういう大きい試合っていうのは自分が一番活躍できる時っておっしゃってたんですけれども、今日の試合を迎えるにあたってやっぱそういう自信というものが自分の中になんか特別な気持ちっていうのはありましたか？
そうですね、言った通り僕は大きいゲームが好きなので、そういう時こそ僕の強みが本当出てくると思うので、そういうところは意識して僕も昨日夜寝る前にそういうふうに考えましたし、今日朝起きてからも今日やるぞっていう気持ちでできたのが良かったんじゃないかなと思います。Thanks, Rui.